All right, so as we can see here, y'all voted for Beat the Rush, excluding Nightmare with Classic, Fell, or Outer. Now, me personally, I'm gonna use Classic because I think he's the best. Fell has a lot better damage, but he doesn't have healing like Classic, and Outer's just terrible damage. I'm gonna be honest, Outer's just terrible. So, scroll over, you'll find the game real quick through my very, very horrible, horrible recently played list. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this one. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, but I have a feeling that no one else is gonna vote on it. And two, if anyone does, they would either probably vote the highest one or vote something else. What doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's just get this challenge done and over with. I'll also be giving some tips for each boss and what to do with them. My first very big tip for Horror is just don't get near, bro. It's not worth getting near him unless you have a close range move like Trombone or Strike on Gino. It's not worth getting close to him at all. Second big tip for Horror. Actually, I'll show that later on whenever he starts spawning in the traps. But my third big tip for Horror is just play safe with Horror. He does a lot of damage with each of his moves, so you want to play safe. I'm kind of sad that they're nerfing all the bosses because this game feels great. Sure, it is very difficult to, but once you learn all the bosses and all their patterns, it's not hard at all. And this is my best way of showing that it's not hard is by soloing everything except for Nightmare because I'm not trying to do 10k damage with classic sands. Just as an example to show how easy the game really is once you know what you're doing. During my practice runs, I actually did Jorge LCD. Okay. For my second and final tip for horror, um, ow. Basically, if you see a little flag and you want to only hit by, you can jump right as you do it. I always turn as well. But yeah, you can just completely get rid of the bear traps by doing that. I hope they fixed that because it's kind of getting rid of fours. One of four's best mechanics to punish you for not paying attention, and it's just completely countered by just jumping. Oh, I didn't jump out of it this time. Ow. Thank goodness he missed there. That could have been a run then there. This one is so much more worse than all my practice runs, where I just completely stomped him. I feel like whenever Hor gets to phase 2, they increase his oh wait, actually this is good. You can't get me up here. It's actually kinda tech. Oh. Shortcut, okay we will. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a full HP classic up in here. I might also grind at 20,000 coins just as a personal goal because I do really like grinding this game. It's very fun. I'm actually gonna stream later today after I upload this video, so yeah, if y'all wanna hop into the stream, y'all can. Be streaming me play this game. I'll have my private server open in case anyone of y'all wants to get carried by me. You know, I'm such a go-to guy like that, you know? Generosity at its finest. I also suck at these types of games normally. It's just I'm so good at this one because I did what I don't do to half of these games, and I played it on release. Or well, technically slightly after release. I'm pretty sure, or maybe that's tester exclusive, but the Hyperdust thing was there. Pretty sure it was before release event though. Even though I've been playing this game basically ever since I found it for like how long now? Like whenever I uploaded my first video, like 2 days before that, I started grinding it. So playing it for like that much time straight. So yeah, I have a lot of hours on this game, as you can tell by my coins. Also, if you just stay behind the souls, whenever fire says the little bone row things, they don't hit you because it can't damage the soul. So yeah, ow, that head still hit me somehow. Okay, tips for Dust Sands are never get close to him. Any melee character here like Fell or Delta is not very good. Bell's okay, but Delta's not very good against us because of his very tendency to easily kill melee characters because of his high damage. Another pro tip for Dust, for the Papyrus phase, again, just stand behind the soul, because then most attacks won't hit you at all. Ow, except for the heads. The heads, so they're only gonna go for me as well. Another pro tip is whenever you get, last pro tip is whenever you get grabbed, you can dodge, or you can use your counter move if you add one, and you won't get hit for the damage at all. Another pro tip, I guess I'm gonna give 5 for Dust, since I might as well just give 5 since I've already given 3. For this phase right here, I have no idea what it means, but I'm assuming if Dust gets too close to you, you die or something. But, one really big pro tip for here, if you have a shortcut move, sometimes you can teleport onto the little things. Sometimes it won't let you. It's kind of dependent on what character you have. But yeah, for this, if you're using Last Breath or Geno, it's really easy to do this phase because you can basically just skip it by spamming your counter move. And for not for Duck, but for Last Breath, you can either spam your block move, or you can entirely just use your Gaster Blaster for it and skip the phase entirely, as long as you time it right. Oh, I dropped too early. I've not done this normally in a long time the phase's over. But yeah. So I guess those are my main tips for Dust. I'll wait until we get Killer to give my tips for him because I have some very good tips for Killer. And I guess I can always attempt Nightmare. I'm so nice. I'll attempt Nightmare for y'all. I'm such a kind, generous man. Why does Classic do so much damage? If only I had the 100% KR thing, I would be absolutely cooking this right now. Okay, and then for these attacks, to be honest, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I'm completely cooked. Because even though I have a lot of hours on Undertale, I suck at like this type of attack, like box attacks. I suck at these. But this game's box attacks are super, super choreographed and super easy to dodge. Because it is just a classic Blaster Circle. My tip here for the box attacks is to go in diagonals whenever you're going like this or like that. You want to go in diagonals so that you get a lot of speed. This. Ooh, I dodged the attack. Let's go. Now time for the hardest boss of the boss rush, aka Killer. Pro tip for Killer: if you want to be really swag and you don't want to dodge his first attack, just watch what I do. Watch this. It'll be fast. Boom. Now we spawn in afterwards, and no first attack is here. Another pro tip for Killer is do not jump a lot during this fight unless they're like this little slash attacks everywhere. Because if you jump, his instant kill, you are slower than it if you jump. If you're constantly jumping, his instant kill, even if it's behind you, can still hit you because you're slower than him whenever you're jumping like that. Another pro tip for this boss is to just be on your toes constantly, like right there. I was not ready for that at all, so I just used my shortcut move as a get out. Also with Killer, if you have a counter like Geno, or if you're what's it called? Last Breath, and you have your little bone throw move, just use that and shred the boss, please, for the dodges, because this boss is so annoying. If you don't, just do what I'm doing. You want to take it slow, take it easy. You want to try to constantly hit him so that if he does teleport to you and he gets hit mid-teleport, he won't hit you with his instant kill. Oh, and I died. Point in case. Maybe this will be a little bit harder than what I thought it would be. Oh, we just gotta attempt it again. I'll probably cut this here. Actually, no, I won't cut it, so I can give y'all some more tips. Um, very big tip here. You only get one DT in total. So because I got the dodge upgrade, I didn't know this. I thought I could only get one at a time, but no, you can only have one in total. So I only get the dodge upgrade. I can't get the defense 100%, the karma 100%, or the stake healing item. What I would personally recommend is if you are maining like Last Breath or a dodge character, do not get the dodge ability because the dodge ability does not work with them for some reason. I don't know if that's a bug or I don't know if that's an intended feature. If it is an intended feature, I feel like they should change that because that just makes the ability very, very useless and it doesn't feel worth it at all to get the ability. I just noticed he was coming. Um, I really do feel like they should change that though, so that last breath and the 3D BB, I think it is, whatever his name is. I don't know how you say it properly, but yeah, the 3D boss battle sands. Yeah, 3D BB. Sands should be able to dodge from the ability and not lose one of their personal dodges. I feel like that should definitely be a thing because it feels very, very like stupid that they can do that and still get hit because it's an ability. Anyways, the steak ability is pretty good because it heals you, but if you have the hot dog ability from Hot Dog Defenders, you don't really need that at all. And the 100% defense ability is okay, but on most characters, like for example Classic, I only have 2% defense, so I would only get 2% defense because I already have one of the upgrades, so it gives me 2%. You'd only get 2% defense. But if you're using like something like Geno, you probably get like I think he starts out with 20, but I think you get like 40%, which is okay. It really depends on who you're gonna play. And then what's the other one? Oh yeah, the 100% karma. That one's really, really busted if you want to do a ton of damage, which is what I would personally recommend if you're going to use someone like Last Breath, because he does a ton of karma damage with his Bone Throw move, which is his main thing that you're using a lot of the time. That's like the main part of his kit you're using. Oh, and I'm dead. I didn't jump out the way. Man, talking and playing is so much harder than what it looks like. Okay, well, I need to lock in. I need to stop talking about tips and lock in. I'm just yapping. Also, I wish you could skip dialogue, but I can see why that isn't a thing. It's because it's probably a lot to code in or whatever. Also, I must say, their models in this game are really, really good. This is like ULC level modeling. Especially for Last Breath or they have like the best models in the game. Also, I like how they just did not care at all for the hands. The hands are just like little studs. It's actually a really funny detail most people do not notice at all. Now I'm actually trying to win the challenge now, so I'm not gonna really talk a lot. We're just gonna kind of log in. Please don't let one of those bones that are on the floor. Okay. I wish Blaster was. I know I can change it, but I'm just. Can I change it? Yeah, I can. I'm so used to playing Geno, where my last. Not last breath. I was thinking of last breath because I play Geno and last breath all the time. I'm so used to my blaster being 3 or 5 that I press trombone on classic. Classic by far is the best starter though. I'm not even capped because he does good damage. He has a good heal. He's just a he's a he, they should be a survivalist. They should classify him as an all rounder because that's what he's good at. He's good at everything. He's not bad at anything. I don't know why I'm healing. If I get hit, I'm gonna get one shot anyway. It's a thought that counts, you know? Yeah, he's not catching me. And goodbye. I always watch the tentacle grab them before I reach them most of the time, so that just tells me the boss. Alright, next is Dust. Now, Dust is, again, probably the easiest boss in my opinion. The only reason why I say that Horror is easier, I mean harder than Dust, is because Horror can one-shot you, Dust cannot one-shot you at all unless you get the worst RNG in the fucking history of the world. Which happens to me on Nightmare instead of Dust. Yeah, that's the funny thing. The game will make my Dust run super easy, and that's how I know my Nightmare's gonna be hardest if my Dust is super easy. But yeah, we gotta lock in now, and then we'll talk. Oh, okay. Here, I'll dodge it normally instead of doing the solo trick, just so that y'all can see how you're kind of supposed to dodge it. Or at least how I dodge it. Okay, that 360 was the most unnecessary thing I've ever done in the history of this game. I was like, oh, what if I hit a 360? Ow. The skulls are so annoying in this phase. That was the main thing I've been paying attention to is those slide smacking bones and the bone jumps, slide smacking bones, and then the heads. That's kind of like my order of operations whenever I'm looking out for threats. Is I look for the bone jumps. Then on my order of threats is I look out for the bone jumps. I look out for the little clapping bones because those do like 20 damage if they hit you for some reason. They do a ton of damage for no reason. And then finally, I'll look out for the rolling heads, which are probably what hits me the most because I don't look out for them as much. But I'm hoping this is a 35% defense push now. So yeah, there's a chance whenever he does this, he's not low enough HP to do this attack yet, so he'll go to 35% HP. If he does that, you can hit him with your last breath bump throw, and then you'll entirely skip this phase as long as you can do enough damage within that short amount of time that he's at 35% defense. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that happens because he's not at half HP yet, but you got him low enough to trigger the Papyrus event. So yeah. That's also a very big bug that the devs need to fix unless it's not a bug and it's just like a rare occurrence. We're gonna have this because of what I think it happens because he's low enough to do the Papyrus thing, but he's actually not half health yet because of the karma. So he just completely like bugs out. That's the embarrassing. The bone. Yeah, no, we're not dealing with that. I'm gonna save my heals for later, but now's like my biggest chance ever to just lay it on. Also, I don't like how most blasters in this game have collision because that. Oh my goodness, will you stop flinging them? Because that leads to a lot of bugs. Because like I'm pretty sure Delta's had collision one time and it got me killed. He, like tried to go around the blaster before it went up into the air and then the dust did his blaster move and it hit me. Or like if you're trying to dodge when the dust moves and his blaster spawns like on top of you because you got flung by it, you can't jump over it most of the time. So most of the time you'll just get hit. Yeah, for this like you want to go diagonal here, diagonal here, diagonal here, diagonal here, diagonal here. You want to go diagonal like that. It makes this attack super easy. This is the hard part. You kind of gotta know knowledge of where the blasters are gonna shoot. Those should be getting grappled. Yep, he's getting grappled. Now we reset. Alright, boom, now we spawn in. Phew. That almost sniped me. I got so freaked out. He's probably gonna just instant kill soon. Give about 3, 2, 1. How did I know, bro? I played this game too much. I played these games too much, bro. I played these games before. Look, that's a cringy reference. Funniest part about that is I haven't even watched Squid Games. Yeah, I haven't seen Squid Games season 1 or 2. What? Oh my. Bro. Alright, well, hold up. I'm gonna get back to Killer and then I'm gonna start recording again. Alright, just give me a minute. Actually, on second thought, we're gonna start recording here at Dust. Just so you don't think I'm like cheating you out or something. Because you have all seen me for a war many, many times. So we're just gonna start here at Dust. Because I wanna make it not look like I'm cheating. Because, well, allegations. It's not like I'm doing anything too hard though. It's not like I'm like trying to fucking solo Sans Honey Boss with only boss stance. It's not like I'm trying to do some dumb shit like that. Has someone already done that? They've like sold like most of the rough split plastic or something. Just worth over the challenge. Anyways, but yeah. Besides, Dust is mostly gimmicks anyways. I don't really care. Dust again. Because it's really good timing on the game's part. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll do all the attacks again. The killer one shot is so much harder without Laugh Breath or Geno because they quite literally move faster. I forgot how slow some of these star characters were, which still makes this 10x harder. Also, I love the theme that they use for Dust. I don't know what theme it is, but I quite like it. Or I do know what it is, and my brain's just not working. But I do like the theme that they use. Okay, I need to stop doing that, bro. There's no point in me doing 360s on that. I don't know what it is. I just have like this something in my brain just tells me do a 360, do a 360, just do it. I'm like, okay, so 360 it is. Also, that's something I've noticed that they've changed with Dust is that he no longer gets karma. Like the karma damage it went down. You used to be able to debug and the karma would still stay there. It wouldn't do any damage to him. I'm gonna jump, do my dodge thing, wait for it to piss me up. Did I teleport from 1 to 1? Oh no, do not do that. Okay, time to use my first skill with the thing. I hate. Okay, well, actually, that gave me my defense back. Yeah, when you use dodge, it gives you 99% defense, so it kept my 99% defense, even though the move was technically over. So yeah. Okay, what's going on? So another thing they should fix is how much Dust uses his blaster move. He just spams it sometimes. Like I've seen one time where he did like to me like 10 times in a row. So annoying. There's no reason for him to do it that much. Like, you see what I mean? How he just kind of spams it. Oh my goodness. Will you stop? Thank you. I'm actually about to lose the Dust. There's no way. Like that right there. Like that was so annoying. Yeah, also sometimes when you use telekinesis and you get thrown into here, sometimes a blaster will spawn in here. That's another bug. Um, plenty of bugs that this game has. Also, if I do ever, if I do make it the nightmare, I guess I'll try nightmare because I mean, I might as well try. It's not gonna go well. Okay, we're back to kill it. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna throw some. Also, I hate that slash move that he does. There's like no warning. I think I heard his slash move in there. I can't really tell. Killer is such an anti boss. That would have been game over. If I would have got hit by that, yeah, that was definitely game over. did that hit me? He was looking the exact opposite direction. Like, this is what I don't understand. Oh my goodness.